William.
Yeah.
Hey, so you know how I've been saying that Mythica just fucking goes crazier and crazier every movie, right? This movie was fucking crazy as fuck. They legit brain dead a person throughout this entire movie.
Yeah, I know, that was very like, but why? It's like, oh, we have an interesting character who is kind of antagonistic towards everyone. Nope,
we're just gonna brain dead this character. We're not gonna do anything about it. They literally didn't do anything about this.
It's so.
She just left this character like in this vegetative state for the entire movie. I was so fucking. I was like, oh, what the? Oh, we're just doing that apparently. Jesus Christ.
It was so weird. It was so goddamn weird.
Oh yeah. Hey. So welcome to Mythica 4, the Godslayer. Right? Is this
the Quest for Peace?
The Quest for Peace. Oh, is this the Quest for Peace movie?
Yes, exactly. No, but it's Mythica the Iron Crown.
Oh, okay, I think Godslayer is the last movie, probably.
Yeah, Godslayer is. Because I was thinking, like, when I was watching it, I was like, oh, Godslayer is probably the fourth one. And so I clicked on that. I was like, and then I was visibly confused what the hell is going on. I was like, oh, I skipped ahead.
Oh.
So I went back and like, oh, now things make sense.
Oh, did you watch the fifth movie by mistake?
No, I didn't watch the fifth. I watched like the intro for the fifth movie.
Oh, okay. You were just
so confused? I didn't watch. Yeah, I was very confused. I had no idea what was going on. Everything was in chaos. Although, I will say that, like, at least for an opening, this was probably like one of the better ones that I've seen
for Mythica 4. We're talking about Mythica 4.
Mythica 5.
Oh, Mythica. Okay, yeah. I tell you what, this movie just gets fucking crazier.
God, I know it does. It's just like, all right, shit. But all right. So I suppose, unless you want to go on a rant about Gunthika.
What? I haven't developed anything further with Gunthika. All right, it's a working title. It's a work in progress. All right, we're gonna make that our summer project. If there is a summer when it happens.
Yeah, if there is I have the movie playing.
Oh,
okay,
nice.
Thank you for that.
Nice.
Thank you for that.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, okay, I remember where this is going. It's an okay opening for this one, but right. So as usual, I mean, well, Wikipedia doesn't have a plot synopsis
so
here,
the first three movie has a Wikipedia page, while two of them barely have a Wikipedia description.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess for the fourth and fifth, they just said they didn't fucking bother with that shit. I'm like, yeah.
I'm pretty sure the one person who was writing all the Mythica like descriptions just gave up at this point. He just didn't want to write for the other two. Maybe he was disappointed in these two movies. I have no idea. I will say that after the third one, the fourth one kind of let me down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as bad as the other two, but this is like at this point I'm holding the third one as the best of them. And then and then next terms of that, it's like
this movie has. Wait, hold on. I don't want to say something if it's not in this movie because I can't remember what was in what Mythica movie because I've seen all five at once, and you still haven't seen the fifth Mythica movie yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen the fifth one either.
Before I say my crazy zinger, let me go quickly scroll through Mythica 4 to make sure this is the movie with what I'm gonna talk about.
Remember, it's the Iron Crown.
Is this the one with Okay, yeah, but wait, this movie has sky pirates in it. Okay. It just fucking randomly has sky pirate that adds nothing to the plot. They just appear and then they just fuck off.
The only reason that they exist is just because you can give the the heroes a vehicle to actually move around in. You can just give them horses.
We're from the sci-fi department of Arrowstorm Entertainment.
Dude, there was a lot of sci-fi, not elements, but like sound effects that were in there.
There's a fucking car. There's a steampunk car in this movie, okay? This movie just went steampunk for some reason. I was so fucking confused. Like, we established everything as a fantasy world with fantasy, and then all of a sudden we get a fucking steampunk car and a sky pirate and a pirate and pirates who are only there for comedy, who has this obnoxiously large telescope. No, not telescope. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, it was a telescope.
Yeah, where the fuck the thing that pirate looks out of? And this is, like, that telescope was too comedically large. I just couldn't stop laughing every time they were using that shit.
God, dude.
It's so fucking funny. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know.
But don't worry, wait, Mythica 5. Mythica 5 is when it gets crazy. That's when we hold the door.
God. Okay, so that's the. I was thinking it was gonna be in this one because I just remember you telling me this after we were talking about the third one. So I was expecting a hold the door moment in the fourth one.
Wait, that's in Mythica 5, the fifth one.
Okay, but it's like, oh god, the Iron Crown has very little to do with anything in this movie.
Yeah,
too.
it's a fucking. This is a real subplot going on.
Yeah, it's a subplot, but it's like even then it doesn't do anything. It's just like it's kind of there to kind of drive conflict with our heroes with another group, but even then it's just like it doesn't really do much.
Well, I'll be real with you. The only thing I remember from this movie is the sky pirate. I literally do not remember anything else that happens in this movie. I remember the steampunk car, the brain dead princess that they just fucking did, and the sky pirate, because all those were fucking out of elements for some fucking reason. Like all those just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh god, there's like there are a lot of plot holes that I can kind of poke around at it, and I mean to be fair,
are you gonna rant about them? You're gonna do your rant?
I'll probably rant about those later on, but my friends aren't famous. Shut up. Okay, but like I will talk about it. But the thing is, at least for the third one, Merrick's power levels being undistinguishable, notwithstanding, it's like. In the third one, it's kind of pretty cut clear, basically. There's nothing that really you can't really poke holes at it, I feel, as much as with the other movies. Or it's like a lot of it's not really thrown around.
We could poke holes in a lot of things about this movie.
I mean, with several of the movies, yeah, but the third one is probably the more well, I don't know, the tighter ship, I think is the term I'm looking for here. You can't really poke holes in this ship here. And everyone
to be fair, they poke holes in the ship, the airplane will fall down. You don't want holes in your airplane.
Oh my god. But yeah, so before we get more into all this wacky crazy stuff that we just kind of threw out there, I suppose in lieu of synopsis from Wikipedia, I will be reading the storyline.
Oh yeah, because this movie doesn't have a Wikipedia page, sadly. The first three movies has a Wikipedia page, but then for Mythica 4, they're like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, so at most this is just a blurb, and it should give you an idea of how the film goes. But we will be talking about like story details anyway. So here we go. So, when a team of unlikely heroes hijacks a steam-powered battle wagon, it's a battle wagon.
Steam-powered. Just like them steampunk.
A daring young wizard, Merrick, steals the final piece of the all-powerful Darkspore and embarks on a desperate quest to deliver the cursed artifact to the gods for safekeeping. But when they are caught in a death race between a ruthless team of elite mercenaries and a trinity of demons, Merrick must learn to believe in herself before her friends are killed and the Darkspore is lost, to stop the evil necromancer from uniting the Darkspore and flooding the living world with his legions of undead. Well, it's essentially that's pretty much what the movie is. But God, it's kind of like the first two movies. Like, here's how I feel about the fourth movie.
Yeah.
The first two movies are essentially like they're not good. They're like again, I'm trying not to give them a rating at this point because I want to judge the whole thing as a whole.
Yeah.
Because they very clearly had an idea of like one whole story spread across 5 movies. But here it's like, which is also very much a negative but I'll get into that later. But it feels like those 2 movies were basically the lowest of the low, but then it's like you get to the third one and it does a whole lot better compared to the first 2, and it's just like it's actually a rather decent movie, and so it's like it goes 2 steps, it goes 1 step forward. That's how I'll say it, but or 2 steps forward, I'll say, and then you get the fourth movie, and then it kind of takes a step back, and it's just very like, it's not bad, but it's also very odd, because so like if we're gonna do rankings, I hold the third one at the top for first, then the fourth, then the first, then the second, essentially, and it's just like okay because all right. So how do I want to go into this? Austin, say something.
Oh, okay, yeah. So basically, I love Mythica 4 because it's so fucking out of nowhere. Because they just fucking threw everything they established in this universe in this movie. So like this movie is just so fucking off topic with what happens in this movie. It just fucking comes out of nowhere. You're just fucking confused. Like when I was watching this movie, I was just like every movie I watch, I don't pay attention to it, right? That's how I watch every movie by never paying attention to what happens in the movie. So when the fucking Sky Pirate just fucking show, I was like wait, I legitimately thought I was watching another movie. I literally had to stop the movie to make sure I was still watching Mythica. It's just so fucking stupid how fucking Sky Pirate. And what tilted me well, it's like these Sky Pirates are literally just comedy characters. Like they don't add anything. Like you see them just in their obviously bad CGI. Well, it's not bad CGI, but it's super CGI. They're Sky Pirate. They're just there as like comedy bits. Like just to take the edge off the movie. I was so fucking. This was just so fucking stupid and wild. And then these Sky Pirates show up. It literally threw me off so hard.
Yeah. It's very odd, and then so I suppose like it's like weird because like the movie essentially opens up where they're basically you have a conversation between Go Pai and I guess the guy's name is Hammerhead. And so basically they're having a talk. It's like, oh yeah, so it's like, I have a plan. We're gonna we can't destroy the Darkspawn because don't have no way. There's a Go Pai talking, and he's like, okay, so we'll take it and give it to the gods to watch over so that they can keep it away from Zorlak. But then you get Hammerhead is like, dude, like it's like that's not gonna work because for as long as it still exists, there's always the threat's gonna still be there. You have to destroy it. And he says that like. He says, I need you to find me the Iron Crown, and if with the Iron Crown, I can use the crown to find the hammer, the hammer tech, which was lore-wise they do mention this is the hammer that was used to forge the world. So it's a pretty powerful artifact, and so it's like if you can make the world, you can similarly unmake it. So something that powerful would be able to at least destroy the heart of a lich.
Yeah.
And so they have this conversation.
Talk about this. I can pick up on camera.
Yeah, so they talk about this, but then it's just like, it's a thing on its own, and then it's like Go Pai's like, I trust in Merrick. She'll do the right thing. She'll do like what I think is right, and then what blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Right. But Hammerhead is kind of like, I don't think any of this is gonna work out. I just want the Iron Crown, and I want to rule over the doors because I believe that because. They do say the hammer tech has been lost, and they may not find it. And so he kind of acknowledges that even with the Iron Crown, they might not be able to find the hammer tech. And so he's like, I might as well just be king over the dwarves. I will trade the Darkspawn for the Iron Crown just so that we're okay, that kind of thing or whatever, right? And so it's like, especially with how it's titled, I figured it would be more about the Iron Crown. So, but to let you know. The movie's not at all about the Iron Crown.
Yeah,
it's mentioned and it's gonna and it comes back up in the end, but it's never a main focus. So it's like,
God, this is just so fucking weird. I'm just watching this movie again. This fucking Sky Pirate, it ruins the immersion of this movie so much.
It really does. I mean, like, it really threw me off when I saw they call it the apparent battle wagon. And so that was like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, I guess we're going some weird steampunk route now.
Yeah,
because
so
I know
steampunk.
Weird. I know like there can be steampunk elements in a fantasy game.
Yeah.
Like World of Warcraft does this. But in something like this, it's just honestly just comes out of left field. Yeah. And just like, what the heck is this? Weird. So it's like, if you have this, then why doesn't everyone else have similar objects that are like that? Yeah. I mean, maybe like among the rich, I can see it. And the poor not having it, again, I can also see. But it's like, I feel like this would be something you should have established beforehand, But they don't. And so it comes here, and I'm like, what? Why?
Yeah, it's so fucking weird.
And then you get like this, like.
Also, the worst part, they have goggles. Is what fucking kills me, right? Because fucking to make goggles, like to make that type of clear glass, like that's actual. So I have no knowledge of medieval history, right? But even from my lack of understanding, I'm assuming that to make clear glass like that and to fit it into materials like that requires a lot of work, right? Right? That's not something like your
daily.
Your everyday blacksmith in medieval times would be like, yeah, I can make that. I can make goggles, right? To make two perfectly cut glass, right, and to fit them into devices for people to wear to protect their eyes. Like that's not something that blacksmith should be, unless because we don't establish a fucking steampunk society in this. We don't know if there's like a steampunk world or whatever the fuck. We just fucking see these random characters like from a standpoint, these characters, steampunk characters, or should be technically be the most advanced society on in this universe right now, but they're not, apparently. They still fucking use bullets and arrows when they have all these advanced advanced technology in the form of something as simple as goggles, right? Yeah, it's so fucking weird.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of things you can poke holes at with just a sudden inclusion of sky pirates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And just
we see a character actually have a gun. I forgot. There's an actual fucking gun in this fucking movie. There's a character Yeah. I'm watching through the movie right now. There's a character in
she used a gun against him. Yeah, I'm like...
Yeah, they kill everything that their guns exist. William, none of this would have happened in Mythica, alright?
Oh my god.
This is how you establish a gun in your fantasy world. Do you want to know the secret of establishing a gun? Yeah. You just give the character a gun and you don't explain it. That's it. That's it. He just has a gun.
But that's exactly what they did here.
No, but the problem is they introduce a stupid steampunk gun, right? Which means within this they know about guns, right? That they created this gun. God. You just give them a gun. You just give them a regular gun, alright? That's all you need.
God, dude. It's pretty annoying. Yeah. It's so odd. But yeah, they're doing a lot of rules out the window at this point. So it kind of after this dialogue, they of course in this steam powered battle wagon or whatever the hell, I don't even know how it runs. Yeah, and in the car, I'll say in the car, basically you see this girl, this woman who is essentially taking these girls as slaves, and she captured this noblewoman, and so. I figured that was gonna be like what they were doing, and so but then it's later made clear that she has the dark spore, and she put it in water, I guess, for some reason to make drinks out of it, because I guess she knows what she's doing with it.
Well, but at least in this movie they actually got Matthew Mercer on set. I just realized that,
dude. Yeah, I know.
But they immediately hide his face for some reason.
I mean, I guess.
Oh wait, hold on, no, wait, I'm looking at his stupid minions where they wear skull, where they wear giant skull masks.
Oh no, those are the demons.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Those are the demons he summons. Yeah, but so yeah, the Merrick and her group with Thane and Dagon, as Tila was killed she was sacrificed in the last movie. They're there to get a piece of the darkspawn, which the captain lady has, and so I'll just refer to her as captain, and so. That's why they're there. They're not there for the noblewoman. They're there for the darkspawn, which makes sense. But it's just like, it's kind of there just to they defeat them. They have a fight, and the choreography for the fight is not so great here. It's better than the first two, but it's not as good.
To be fair, 3 of the actors are wearing giant masks that fucking fucks up your vision. So I can't blame them for that. When you wear giant comedic masks like that, there's no way you're gonna be able to see shit.
Yeah, that's fine and all, but it's just it's also the fact that they don't really use the weapons that they use as well as they should, and also it's just kind of but they're not here yet. But they're fighting these the steampunk pirates.
Oh, you're there.
And they kill the steampunk pirates, and they manage to get in and basically defeat the crew and stuff. Also, they're I don't know if it was a thing, but they also have bombs or grenades, which is interesting. But I won't get into it because we already poked holes enough in this as it is. And so basically they take the vehicle for themselves and they start driving it. But then once Merrick takes the dark spore, sorry,
dark spore.
Sorlak is like, oh. I see you have it. I shall go to you now. And then, he kind of demands it and says, tries to get Merrick on his side again by offering one more chance. And then she's like, nah, fam. They have this brief fight. And then Zorlak summons his 3 demons from hell. They were assassins who were for the Lich King. They don't look like the greatest thing I've seen. It feels like they were trying to go for something like similar, like that you will see with the Nazgul in the Lord of the Rings. Although here it's kind of like it kind of feels like a parody of it. And they're using all these odd weapons that they like. Again, the choreography isn't great here. I feel like it was better in 3, and then in 4 it's just kind of a bit of a step down. It should be made known that like the director in 3 didn't come back for 4. It's a completely different director at this point. So that might be why, but so yeah, they have a fight, but then they just, get the bright idea, which they really should have gotten before, to drive away. And during this whole as they're trying to get the Darkspawn and stuff and fighting these demons and everything, they are being watched by another group of adventurers. And so so the adventurers come in, or after, well, not quite yet. I remember they're in the vehicle having a talk. No, yeah. I forgot to mention that Gojin Pai does come back in, and takes Zorlok into a dimension of ash and soot or whatever the hell. It's basically where there's no living thing there, right? It's like you and I are gonna stay here for forever and stuff like that. And so they're in the vehicle. They plan to take the Darkspawn to the not the temple.
You know what the worst part is? They know how to drive this stupid steampunk fucking ship. This steampunk car.
I mean, look, man. At this point, I kind of just look. I just try not to question it too much. Okay, I'm just like trying to get through the motions with this movie at this point. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But it's not as good as 3. So that's my thing. But yeah, they get to they're in the car. They're driving away. Gojin Pai is like bring the Darkspawn to the gods. They'll protect it, and that kind of stuff. And he takes Sorlak into this other dimension, into this plane of existence. And so basically, they're all just kind of like, okay, I guess we have to do what he says. And then what do you call it? Either like. Well, you have Merrick and Thane having a talk while she's trying to patch up his wounds about like she's sorry, I'm not as good a healer as Tila, and then he's like, no one will be as good as her, and then you get this moment where I wish it kind of happened in the third movie, which is kind of like the thing I said before, but Thane is kind of like he kind of deals with it, but he's also kind of mad at like Merrick for being responsible for her death. So it's like, oh, we got that thing that I was wishing for. It's here now. And then you kind of get this bullshit thing where, as he's healing, not he's healing, but as they're talking, you get like Merrick speaking with Tila's voice, being all giving them a warning and telling them to go to a temple down in the south. And then he's like, oh, I think you have Tila inside. She's like, no, I don't. So she's on this. She's not aware that she's being taken over like that. So she's very confused. And then God, I'm guessing we're gonna have to go through a play-by-play for this. But yeah, that's the thing that they established. There's a whole thing where there's a prepared ambush by the adventurers that that are here.
By the fucking sky pirate.
Yeah, I forget. If you don't the Sky Pirates doesn't make sense because they have a sky ship, and here's another thing: it's like, so why do you have a ground vehicle when you can just take the girls on the sky ship?
No, look, you need to have a ground unit and an air unit. All right.
It doesn't make sense. I'm like, so you could be up in the air safe, and literally nobody can do anything with you.
It's clearly a Viking adventure group, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I mean, to be fair,
I don't really like noticing that because I just watched the trailer for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Oh, by the way, this is being recorded on the day Assassin's Creed Valhalla trailer came out, just so we can date this video.
Did the trailer come out?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
They released the trailer. Hey, let's pause this spoiler cast so we can discuss the Assassin's Creed Valhalla trailer.
Oh my god. It's like what we always do.
Yeah.
It's a miracle that we just... It's a miracle. It's honestly, Austin, it's a miracle that we began even discussing the movie first before anything else.
We spent like 25 minutes talking about this movie for some reasons. Hold on here. Let me...
now it's an appropriate time to stop.
Now hold on. Let me... It's everywhere on YouTube. You can just do it here, or you want me to link it to you? Here, I'll just link it to you. It makes it easier. There we go.
Right,
I like this trailer. Yeah, I like this Viking aesthetic too that looks going on.
Everyone was asking for it, so it's nice to see that they're actually doing it. That's a 4-minute trailer?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pausing this recording.
No. Keep recording. Keep recording. We'll keep it in.
Really?
We'll keep it in.
Okay, fine.
Here, William. You're still recording, right? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take our audio and put it on the Assassin's Creed Valhalla trailer as we discuss the Assassin's Creed Valhalla trailer. This is a bonus video within this video that's gonna be another video, okay? Here, let's both watch the video at the exact same time.
Alright, so I guess I have it at 0-0 then.
I have Xbox logo. I have slow pan.
Just go to freaking... No, wait, what do you mean Xbox logo slow pan? What about the thing you posted? The link that you linked to me?
Yeah.
Just use the same video.
I am using the same video. Wait, hold on.
No, you're not.
Are we both?
There's no Xbox logo.
No, what do you mean? It shows the Xbox logo at the front.
What?
On the GameSpot trailer I linked. Are we both watching two different videos at two different wavelengths?
No, we're not. Okay, just go back to 0-0. Okay, just
okay.
We'll start there.
Okay, we're both at 0-0. Okay. Okay, and we're gonna start now in 3, 2, 1. Hey William, welcome to the Assassin's Creed Valhalla video review.
Oh my god, why are we doing this?
No. So to those of you listening, listen to the Mythica spoiler cast whenever the fuck it comes out, so you can listen to this audio within the Mythica video as we talk about.
That's so odd. I swear to God, man, it's terrible.
This is terrible. All right, I don't know how this is gonna work. Oh yeah,
it's not.
Yes,
that's all there is to it.
Look, to be fair, I don't want to stop audio and then continue audio because it's gonna be more work that I don't want to do. So I'm just gonna make more work for myself. So we see Viking ships, right?
So we're probably gonna get naval warfare again, but
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Hey, I heard naval warfare and stuff was good, right? I never played Rogue and Black Flag. I've only played up to the. I played up to the Ezio story. I have Origins that I still haven't played yet. That I need to play to at some point. But I heard Origins was good. No, not Origins. Odyssey was good. Yeah, I need to play those at some point. Oh, that's a king. That's a fat guy. Yeah. Yeah. So, well, you need to have discussion too. You know.
Yeah, but I'm watching a trailer.
Oh, you just watch it? Oh, okay. Well, we have to put all of our thoughts within this 4-minute video I'm gonna upload.
What? How? We don't have anything to discuss. I just saw this right now.
No, we have to discuss it as it's happening. We do a live play-by-play.
Oh, look, they're on their ship.
Yeah.
They're in mysterious fog. They're being pelted by fire arrows.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, that guy got shot in the neck. He used to be a traveler.
Also, they're using licensed music. I never like when they use that.
Why?
Because it never really fits in with anything else.
Well, to be fair, I don't know what music this is, so it doesn't help me.
Yeah.
To be
the only
fair,
time it kind of worked was because it was like, if you remember the what do you call it? I don't remember the name of the game, but it was they were using Woodkid.
I don't know.
And,
I know there was a Mortal Kombat trailer that got a lot of flake because they were using music. Using some rap artist music, I think.
Yeah, it's just a matter of that, like, you know, sometimes it doesn't really fit with the gameplay or the game that they're showing.
And then we have Andre the Giant.
But that's the thing, because it's like they're using it here, and it doesn't really work for me.
Oh, is that the ghost of Ezio? Is that the ghost?
Okay, just.
Is that the ghost of Ezio? Is that the ghost of Altair in the board?
Okay. Nice. Odin is here. Woo.
Oh look, there's Andre the Giant again. So one thing I like so far, I like the design of these characters, because they don't have the Assassin's Creed, the Assassin aesthetic, like how Assassin's character looks like.
Oh, like in the first game. But even in the first game, they had a purpose. Because, and the second game too, because they were styled in a way to kind of look like priests in the Catholic Church. So, you know, you can always disguise yourself as that.
Yeah.
Because they played into the disguise of an assassin.
Yeah. Yeah, so I like how these characters don't have the obnoxious looking robes. Oh yeah, we see the hidden blade. And I like how the hidden blades are actually on their shoulders and not on their not on their wrist, but like on the other side. I always hated the assassin's blade when it's under your wrist, because I feel like that's just so fucking dangerous to wield. Like if it breaks, it just fucking slits your wrist, right?
Oh, I mean, the thing is, in the first of all, they have it in a way where it's not going to do that. But it's activated by a button when you just flick your hand.
Yeah, but I always feel like that's such a fucking safety hazard, you know.
I mean, yeah, sure, but it's a safety hazard to use a knife generally in any other kind of way.
Yeah, I mean, but they know what they're doing. It's safer when it's on top of your wrist.
No, but that's the thing. The thing is, it's just like they know how to use it, and as long as you know how to use it and you take proper care of yourself, and you know what to do with if you're doing it, it's fine. That's why it works underhand. And besides, it was also kind of symbolic, which is why they had like the whole missing fingers thing. I don't quite remember the purpose of it. It's been a bit since I played the first one, but it's like it was kind of like an initiation type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And here though, it's a lot like, I think the reason why they put it overhand is probably because it's a lot more of an aggressive thing. It kind of matches with the Vikings, you know, because they're very war hardy people. And so, you know, that's probably kind of why. Like, it's not something that they would really hide. It's just like another tool in their arsenal, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's the thing. Also, again, on the music, it's like, they did this once with Woodkid, and that's why I think this is when they really started it. But that only worked because Woodkid had his songs designed in a way as to tell a story. And so that's kind of why it worked with like Assassin's Creed for that bit, because it was like like that particular song was kind of told in a kind of like epic adventure that's happening, and that's why it has that orchestral flair, and so like that you would probably find in the movie or something. That's why this works. But in here, they're using songs that give like I guess that give a mood, but they don't really fit because they don't feel like they could be a part of it. It's kind of like the thing that when we were watching Brightburn, if you remember.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to the Brightburn spoiler, because that's actually uploaded on YouTube by this point. So hey, go watch that. Just gonna plug that in to this video. Within this video like of a video.
Yeah, but it's like in Brightburn, it's like they had like you had
bad guys play during the credits, which felt so out of place. Yeah.
Yeah, they used that. What was the song called? Bad Guy or something?
Bad Guy.
From Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
And so they had that for the ending credits, but it honestly just ruins everything else because it's just like it just messes with like the feeling of beforehand. Like I get why they used it because, you know, it has bad guy in it, and everyone kind of knows it because it's like I'm the bad guy type of thing. But it doesn't fit because again we just kind of in that movie went through like a horror thriller type of thing, and then it's like we know he's the villain. But it's like we were more kind of horrified by it and stuff, and it's just like the song just with the way it's played, it plays out. It kind of just messes with the kind of the sense of what do you call it, the grimness of it all.
Yeah,
you know. But yeah, that's that.
Yeah, I mean, I to be fair, I like the Viking aesthetic they're going for. It looks really cool. Ever since For Honor came out, right? And I don't know if you've seen the show Vikings on fucking History Channel or the fuck where channel.
I know. No, I mean it's on Hulu, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, I mean I get what you mean. It's like first Vikings are pretty cool.
Yeah, Vikings are cool. So. Yeah, so I like this aesthetic change. It looks really cool. I'm just very interested because it feels like Vikings like one of the most appropriate to use for Assassin's Creed, because Vikings are super war based, right, in terms of like storytelling, like compared to stuff like Egyptians, like Egyptian history, but like because within Viking there's like a lot of battles and everything, you know. Yeah.
All right. Well, should we get back into it?
Oh, should we go back to talking about Mythica?
I think.
Oh, okay. We spent. I don't know how long we spent just talking about Assassin's Creed. All right. That's it for the Assassin's Creed audio version of this video. I have to edit this somehow to do two separate videos.
I mean, you made the work for yourself.
We need videos. All right. This is just videos. This is just video content. All right.
Okay.
This is a video within the video of us talking about the video, okay?
Alright,
hey,
sure.
Hey, thanks for listening to us talk about Assassin's Creed Valhalla trailer, where we barely talked about it. The only thing we established so far from us talking about is music and Vikings are cool.
Basically.
Alright, that's it. Hey, thanks, bye. Alright, now let's just pause for like 3 seconds so I can edit out this audio, and then we can just resume talking about Mythica 4. Okay, hey, wait, so about Mythica 4, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jesus, why did we have to, like, you just make it more work for yourself at this point, dude. But anyway, I'm gonna get back into it. There's an ambush. They get the adventurers get the Darkspawn. I'm not gonna go too deep into this at this point because I don't care. They get the Darkspawn. They have a fight. They have a conversation why they're doing this. And it's like, oh yeah, Hammerhead, Iron Crown. You guys kind of already gave pieces to the guy. The 3 out of 4 pieces to the evil dude. We're not letting you fuck up. So and then they're like, oh no, give it back. And they're like, no. And then Dagon gets it back, and then they bring it back. Also, we should mention that Noble Lady is brain dead at this point.
I want to give props to the actress that's playing this. She just fucking has that brain dead the entire. Like I legitimately thought they were trying to establish her character to do something more, but no, she just fucking in the background every scene, just acting like, oh yeah, you have to act like you're brain dead in every scene. Just like, oh what?
Yeah, I know. I'm so annoyed by it. Like, I would have thought like a better use of her character would have probably been like, oh yeah, she, they get acquainted with her. She kind of she's a racist here. Obviously, she's a racist against elves in general, and so I was kind of hoping like maybe there will be a a developing relationship, not romantic or anything, but like maybe a friendship between Dagon and
maybe she learns that the elves were in us all along.
Yeah, right. Something like that. And maybe she gets along. She learns to get along with the team after they go through some like hardships. And then when they learn that maybe taking it to the gods were probably not the best idea.
She's just in the fucking background whenever they have a discussion. It's so fucking stupid. Like she's just eating her sleep. She's eating her clothes.
Yeah, I know, that's so odd. I hate what they did with her. But I'll get into that after I discuss what I thought was gonna happen. Because I would have preferred there's harrowing adventures. She ends up becoming a part of the adventuring group. She likes his lifestyle, that kind of thing. But then
the worst, they keep dragging her into danger. That's the worst. I just realized they keep dragging her into danger. Like instead of just leaving her in the vehicle where it's safe, they drag her out into the opens during scenes.
I mean, to be fair, they didn't really care for her.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, like they drag her along in their adventures. She enjoys the adventures because they're like something that are different from compared to her normal lifestyle of being just a noble woman. And then maybe she wants to help out, but like they maybe at one point they realize, oh yeah, taking this Darkspawn to the gods doesn't exactly work because none of them really care and they don't want to, right? Something like that. And then you could have it so, well, we have to find the Iron Crown now, and then so like maybe that will be our best hope because with the Iron Crown we can possibly find the hammer tech. And then the noble woman, having grown close to the group and wanting to help them out because she genuinely likes them, could be like, oh, just like come back with me to my father. We'll use his resources to help find something out, and then maybe they do, and then they go off to the to find the Iron Crown, but probably not before her family and her get attacked during it. But then she kind of fully commits to the whole adventuring thing. But that's a whole other thing that's the whole thing I would have liked would have happened, but they don't do that, and so instead they just have it so that, oh yeah, I'm racist, give me some water, and then the Darkspawn was in some water, and so they basically give her that water and she drinks it, and then she becomes brain dead. She's just like, as they said, she's just kind of like reverted into this very she's become very like, I don't know how you
unresponsive.
Not catatonic. She's very unresponsive.
No, well, not vegetated. No, because
it's hard to describe, but it's like it's kind of something you would see maybe in a mental hospital. I think is probably the closest thing I would put it in. It's just like the closest thing I would have to a comparison. But she's basically just like, she can't talk. She's just looking around dead in the eye.
Yeah.
She kind of drools and she just kind of bites at her clothes and stuff, and she's just rather unresponsive to the world in general.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what they do with her character. And then it's just like, well, that's a terrible use of this actress, because I kind of like, she really made me not like her, and so I'm like, okay, that's good for acting, and then it's just like, especially because she kind of rags on Dagon, who is like my favorite character so far throughout this whole franchise. And so that's why I was hoping like there would be something like happening between these two, but then they don't. Yeah. They just decide to get rid of the character altogether in this way, but they still keep her around for some reason, and it's just very odd. Like, they might as well just have it so that she drank it and died.
Yeah, yeah. Like, she offers nothing. She does. She's literally just a liability that they have to deal with. Well, no, she's like an extra. She's an extra fucking liability that they have to deal with. It's so fucking hard.
It's just so odd. And then, so, let's see.
Yeah, so they go to the desert now, right?
They go to the desert, but not before, Thane and Merrick are talking again, but then, Tila comes back, and then Tila's taking control of Merrick's body, and then makes out with Thane. Dagon discovers this, and is just, like, kind of appalled, because Thane is making out with Merrick, and then, he has a thing for Merrick.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get this whole this whole conflict that doesn't really lead anywhere, because they kind of resolve it like 2 minutes afterwards, where he's mad at Merrick, and he's just like, ugh, just stay away from me, that kind of thing, because I thought we had something, and I guess not.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had this little funny moment where he's kind of like talking to brain dead noble lady, and he kind of just talks to her, because she's like the only person that he can talk to after all that. And so then it's like the next day they have to refuel, but then he's like, oh, I'm getting off this fucking train because you guys are just weirdos now. You won't make out with me, I won't make out with you, I'm gone. And then but then demons come in, and then well, not demons, not yet. Then Thane is kind of explaining, oh no, Tila is in, like possessing her body or whatever. And then it's always bullshit to Dagon, but then he proves it, and then with the necklace of Tila, and forces Tila out. And then and it's like, oh, I guess that's his thing. Alright then, I'll forget about this whole conflict. And then I don't think it's demons that I was thinking of, right? No, yeah, it was the demons. The demons come back and they have a fight.
Yeah, they're chasing the steampunk vehicle. It's so fucking stupid. Like, you see the one demon. Oh fuck! Oh, okay. Oh no, this is still the same movie. Okay, like, you see the one demon that's chasing out the one with two chains. He's just twirling the chain as he's running up to the.
Yeah, it's like, what are you planning on doing that?
That's so impractical. That does nothing. I was so fucking confused.
Like, if he tossed it and it attached to the bloody wagon, then maybe I could believe he could do something with it. Like, maybe he starts climbing along the chain to get there faster rather than
but he's just running up there. He's just twirling he's just twirling the chain for no fucking reason. It's so fucking impractical. I don't know why he's doing that.
Yeah, I know, it's very odd.
I mean, the argument you can make is that fucking not Merrick, Dagon is shooting arrows at it. So he could theoretically be blocking it, but the way he's swinging, like, he's not covering his defense, he's just fucking swinging it.
Yeah, I know, it's very odd. And so, okay, so again, play by play, they have a fight, but then they lose Brain Dead Princess. Because I guess Brain Dead Princess kind of helps out, but then it's like, I guess she's somewhat sentient or something, because she fights against these guys, but then it's just like, Dagon is like, okay, come back to us, but then of course she just can't make it, and then of course she gets killed by quote unquote killed by the three demons.
Yeah, she gets eaten by the three she gets eaten by them.
Yeah, and so it's later on. Dagon kind of wishes that they gone back for her, because I guess they developed something, but it's just
none.
What?
By doing nothing.
At this point, they get invaded by sky pirates, right?
This is when the Viking group comes back after them. This is when the Viking group chases after them.
Oh yeah, the Viking group is also after them too.
And this is when the sky pirate shows up. They're fucking out of nowhere. I still don't understand the purpose of these sky pirate people.
Yeah, they're just there, and it's
always that these sky pirates don't even poses a threat to them. Like, they have nothing that's threatening. They just have a ship that can't even reach them.
Right, and so it's like, oh yeah, we have to fight against all. This is a 3-way fight, and so but then it's like so they have a fight, but they make it they kind of make it to the dust storm, but not before Dagon gets killed, which was surprising because it's like that happens. It's like, oh god, they're killing off my favorite character. No, please. He gets like this guy probably ends up shooting like this large arrow, like something that you see from a ballista.
Yeah.
And hold on, excuse me.
Yeah.
It ends up going through Dagon, and so basically he's like, oh god, hell no, he's gonna die. And so they're in this dust storm, which grants them a slight reprieve, so they can just kind of stop in the middle of it.
I don't understand why this camera doesn't fly up from the dust storm.
No, it's not that. I mean, first of all, even if they could fly up, they can't even find them because they're going to be in the dust storm.
That doesn't. They obviously have a telescope to look through the dust storm, all right?
No, literally, that's not going to help at all. Like, I know what you're trying to do. Like, I know it's like it seems like it's a plot hole, but it's really not. Because dust storms can actually.
Yeah. That's the joke.
Dust storms can that's the miles
joke.
wide.
It's the joke that these stupid pirates can't navigate a dust storm.
I mean, okay. So, where was I? No, yeah, so they're trying to heal Dagon, but then Dagon dies. And so, like, they actually say he dies, right? But then, Merrick calls on Tila saying, oh, I'll hurt Thane if you don't heal Dagon. And then Tila's like, oh, shit, don't hurt my bae. And then, she essentially heals, Dagon and brings him back from the dead. Which doesn't make sense, because I'll be honest with you, they did establish in the first movie that while she can stabilize you so that you don't die, it was never said that she could bring somebody back from the dead. So again, it's just like there are rules there that apparently they have, but they never established within the movie, so it's very confusing. So yeah, so Dagon is back alive, and then there's this whole thing where America's trying, like, she doesn't say it, so Thane's like, oh yeah, she was willing to do anything to bring it back, that kind of thing. So after he's healed, get the Avengers come back, but they're not. So, but America and her team aren't in the position to readily fight against them. So they kind of have to get the Darkspore away.
Yeah.
And the team is like, dude, you guys suck. Just give us a Darkspore. We'll handle it or something. Hammerhead will handle it or whatever. He probably wants the Iron Crown if you use it for something. And then they're like, okay, now we go. And also while the wizard lady is kind of getting pissy at them, is like, you guys suck. I wish you were dead. And then she dies.
Yeah.
Because she gets this random spear that gets to her, which is also probably the most gruesome thing I've seen in this movie series so far.
Yeah, but we actually see her inside get fucking cut as well. That's the thing. She's like this large gape in her. I was like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. That literally came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh yeah, the 3 demons are back. Woo. Oh. And then it's like, we're all gonna have to fight them now. So they do. And
I'm not a big fan of this fight. This fight it doesn't look that great. The only character I like so far is this Viking guy, because he looks like he's actually trying to fucking punch a guy, but of course he's just fucking trying to punch a dude. Yeah, but these 3, I probably understand the fact that the 3 demons, because they're in these giant fucking masks, so it makes them impossible for them to see. So I'm assuming this is why we don't get, like, the fight scene in this isn't as good as the one in 3.
Yeah. Because in 3 it was actually a lot better. Yeah. It's like it actually feels like it's a good fight going on.
Yeah, but the problem is they have to play around the fact that they're fighting 3 guys in fucking giant masks that can't see anything.
Yeah, and so it's also very clear that they haven't even really practiced any real choreography. It's probably like more like something like, okay, go in there and look like you're fighting, kind of like with the first 2 movies.
Yeah.
But in the third one, it feels like there's some actual fucking direction. But in the fourth one, it kind of regresses back. So that's what I mean by it kind of steps back a bit too. And so there's that whole thing. Also, but they do defeat the demons, but only when Merrick does the spell. Where I'm like, why didn't you use this before? But you'll see what, like, she freezes them, and then Dagon and shoots an arrow through one of them, and they shatter into a billion pieces. And then Thane cuts one down and shatters them into a billion pieces. Merrick smacks the other one, shatters into a billion pieces. I'm like, if you had this kind of spell before, why didn't you use it? That's an overpowered spell. I can understand not using it against Zorlok because he's a mage. He would know about this stuff. But like against these 3 guys, why didn't you use it earlier when Gojin Pai, like, fucking took Zorlok away, and it was only those 3 guys left. Why didn't you use it? Why? It would have been so easy as it was here. Like, why? Why didn't you use the spell?
Yeah.
The spell is so overpowered. Oh my god. That's also that's the problem with like her magical strength, and it just varies. It just varies all over the place, and it's just like, please stop it. Oh god. So yeah, then they're like, so they let her have the dark spore. They're like, okay, we trust that you can we trust that you know what you're doing, but you have to stop following Gojin Pai's advice and stuff, because you have to start leading your team, because that's a thing, which I can kind of get, because there's like, oh, you've always been following the advice of others, and what did it bring you? It lost you three pieces of the dark spore. So start having some confidence in yourself and actually lead. Because you're the leader here. You're the one who brought them together, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which this should have been something that should have been discussed earlier too, but in the previous movies. But I guess it's fine here. But it's just kind of like that kind of thing has not been a focus really. So so that happens. They end up. What do they do? Yeah, they basically end up at a lake, and they're like, okay, so this is where the temple is, and then the Sky Pirates are still there, and then they make it to the temple, and then they have a fight with the Sky Pirates, but then I should also mention Zorlok and during all of this, right?
Yeah, there's a whole subplot going,
which is fine.
Yeah,
which is actually rather fine.
Yeah,
because like. I questioned it, but then they kind of explain it.
Yeah.
Or because like these two are having a fight, and so it's like, oh, you have nothing to. Right, so they're using the components to cast magic and stuff.
And then this fight would have been better if Gojin Pai just uses his summon swords, all right? But he doesn't use his summon swords. It's what's wrong with this.
Yeah, because it's like you don't get a real wizard fight here, and it would have been amazing. But yeah, again, fluctuations in magic power and stuff like that. But it's like they're basically duking it out, and then they're not able to cast magic anymore. And then Gojin Pai is like, you can't use magic anymore. Now we're stuck here forever. That kind of thing. It's like Zorlok is like, oh, but I do, and it's you. And the reason why he didn't use necromancy earlier, I know if when you're watching, you're like, why don't you just use necromancy right away? But Gojin Pai would know, first of all, would know about that. And and then Zorlok himself said, I had to wait for you to finish using your magic, so you're weak enough so that I can actually use necromancy on you. And then he drains Gojin Pai of his life force, and then reopens a portal back into the living world, and then back in the normal plane of existence, and ends up finding Merrick and at the temple and stuff. And he basically kills everyone, even the people in the sky ship.
Yeah.
But the temple is protected by a seal, and so he can't exactly enter. Not right away, anyway. And so, get Merrick and her group basically going into the temple, and then they find they essentially find Tile there. So I guess she kind of Gandalfed her way back. But apparently that's about it.
Ignore the fact that this fucking tree temple that they find, right? It's obviously Egyptian inspired. And so now we have another fucking random cultural clash in here. It's so fucking It's so fucking.
I mean,
so fucking,
look, man.
I don't question
it anymore.
Tree temple, then it just fucking show this Egyptian guy, this guy with an Egyptian aesthetic just shows up out of nowhere trying to be like, hey yo, welcome to Assassin's Creed Origins. It's time to do some Assassin's Creed Origins, right?
God.
It's just so fucking. So it's just so fucking weird. So the problem is I don't know what the law of this universe of this world is because I thought there was a medieval fantasy world, right? But then we get Sky Pirates, and now we get a fucking Egyptian fantasy world. Now there's Egyptian fucking culture, which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Egyptian culture, but the fact they just keep establishing all these different tribes, I guess, or worlds in this universe, right? But whenever introduced, they just throw in all these we're supposed to, because as far as we are very concerned, we're just in some stupid fantasy world, right? But then they establish oh no, then they just throw that, oh yeah, here's steampunk world or whatever the fuck, right? But then all of a sudden here's an Egyptian fucking guy. It's just so fucking random out over I feel like all this is just random set piece that they had from other movies. They're like, yeah, fuck it, we'll just throw this shit in. Just throw this shit into the movie. You know?
Yeah, it's pretty random, but you know, I just ignore it at this point.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, there's a scene where a sky pirate jumps to like 20 feet into the air and he survives somehow.
Oh yeah, he doesn't break his legs at all. I was very confused at
that. These all guys are always like 20 feet in the air. They just fucking jump down and without breaking their legs. The worst part is like the effects that they show them falling. That was like the funniest thing. Like they just had the actors jump up. Like, all right, you guys are gonna jump up and then jump down, and we're gonna make it look like you guys jumped 20 feet from the air down. It's really funny. I'm not gonna watching this again. And also, these sky pirates don't have sky guns. That's the worst thing. You can't be a sky pirate if you don't have sky guns.
Yeah, it's just very confusing.
Yeah.
But essentially, okay, so we're in the last
Oh, yeah,
part.
I'll also get another fight scene, which.
No, I told you that we already went to that.
Oh, we did. Oh, I was paying attention. I was looking at
you see what happens. You see what happens, Austin.
Yeah.
But so they're in the temple now.
They're in the temple. Okay, I'm there now.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, so they're essentially in the temple. Zorak's trying to get in, and then there's Tila's body there. So she again, as I said before, she Gandalfed her way back into this, and then
yeah, she
Tila's like forced
Gandalf outfit too.
Yeah, I know. It's so annoying. It's like her death would have no impact. It's like commit to it, goddamn you. But anyway, Tila's life force exits Merrick's and enters into this body, and is like, "Oh, I am the goddess. I'm not actually Tila. I might be using her body, but I'm the goddess." And then she's like, "Okay, yeah, I'll take the piece, whatever, Lamau." But then Merrick is kind of having a discussion with the Goose, like, "I don't want to do this because like, if we don't destroy it, we're just gonna have to keep running." And it's like, and it's also possible that Zorlak will one day get the stone the piece, and then they're like, "Okay, so what do we do?" And then Merrick decides to give, like, I know it's gonna sound weird, but Merrick decides to go up to Zorlak and give the piece to Zorlak in exchange for the Iron Crown. And so he has the Iron Crown. I don't know if it's been established that he already had the Iron Crown, because I'm pretty sure they said no one knows where the Iron Crown is. Just help me find the Iron Crown. I don't know if they said that Zorlak has it, but he has it, and so she gives the piece to Zorlak, and then she takes the Iron Crown, and then he's like, I am a god now. Thanks, fools. I'm out. Peace. And so he's out. And then Tila comes back. Well, not Tila, but they go back to Tila. Goddess Tila. And Tila's like, well, didn't expect you to do that. All right, then. Well, I'm out.
Yeah.
And then,
Tila's like, all right, I'll see you guys in Mythica 5.
Mythica 5. The Quest for Evil. Yeah. And so...
was that what happens in the 5th movie? They go on the Quest for Evil? Jesus Christ.
Yes, exactly. And so, so basically, then Tila is actually back now. And so, Dagon and Merrick plan to go... Hold on. I'm pausing.
Oh, okay, we're pausing. We're actually pausing. Okay, we are re-recording. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. We're going to re-audio sync in 3, 2, 1.
Apple Pie.
Canada. Okay, we're now re-audio sync. We're going to restart again in 3, 2, 1. Yes, William. Yes. Okay. Yes, definitely. Yes, so Assassin's Creed Valhalla is looking really fresh right now.
Anyway, so I'm going to go back into it. So, anyway, Goddess Tila pieces out, and then Tila is back. Like, regular Tila is back. And so, I guess Thane is now a paladin, and then Tila and Thane teleport into wherever. So Dagon and Dagon and Merrick walk off. It's like, oh, well, you know what? I'm going to say something witty, Dagon says. Merrick says, shut the hell up and kiss me. So they kiss. And so as they're making out, then I guess they hear something, though I never heard anything. So they look off, and then you see the battle wagon, and you see Brain Dead Princess again. And I guess it's an uplifting moment, and then the movie ends.
Yeah, she's a zombie now or something?
She didn't die from those demons. I guess she fought them off or whatever, even though it was clear that they were...
Yeah, she's a fucking zombie now, apparently. I don't know. That's like the worst part, how they played this like this super inspirational music under her. But we just slowly... It was like the worst fucking thing. I don't know if I should feel offended by that. I don't know if that's considered
I know, but it's like, there's so, like, it's like, oh, guess this is a happy moment for them, maybe? She's kind of like not living. Like, what is this? They didn't even develop a proper relationship with her, and then it's like this happens, and then the movie ends, and
like we still barely know anything about her except that she's the fact that she's a racist and she's brain dead.
Yeah, and
like they didn't even fix anything. It's like so fucking weird. I don't know why. I just like the choice of music is just so fucking awkward. Like
I don't know.
Like we clearly see she's no longer human, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, cause we see like these blue eye effects where to probably indicate that she's undead. But it's just like a weird off-putting music, right? If anything, like if anything, I don't know. Like this is what I like when they do it in movies when they have a reunion with a character, right? And we get like a close up, and then we see like this split second of their eyes turning a different color, and then back to a normal color to indicate that they're evil now, right? You know what?
Yeah.
Right? You know this stupid trope, right? We get a quick flash of this character looking evil, camera angle to the character's face blinking, showing evil eyes, blinks again, shows normal eyes, then spooky music. Then just to set up the next movie.
God, it's like this movie has a lot more in it, but it's like it doesn't do anything for it, and it's just again it just feels all over the place. God, it's just
it's just so fucking weird. I just don't like how this movie is trying to set up this movie established too much in too little time where nothing makes sense. Like this movie clearly just breaks every rule that this movie has shown so far.
God, man, it's like the third one is trying so much to like just fix everything, and then it toss all that out of the window for the fourth one. It's just annoying as hell.
So it's just really weird, like, cause we know we talk about how the first movie was world building, right? Like, I feel like stuff in here should have. They should like assuming because they didn't think of all this shit yet by when they're like, I'm pretty sure when they were filming Mythica 1, they're like, yeah, we're gonna put sky pirates in Mythica 4 and Egyptian people in Mythica 4 and shit like that, right? It's just like so fucking last minute thrown in because I feel like all this, like I said earlier, like I feel like all this is just fucking recycled props that they had from a different movie. They're like, damn, we really need that tax write-off, so we gotta do something to get that tax write-off right now. That's what it feels like.
God, it's so annoying. It's like they have a bigger budget here, but it's just kind of all wasted in my opinion.
Yeah, but they use it for like the dumbest thing. It was like fucking sky pirates and a fucking sky pirate. It's so fucking weird. It's dumb.
Man, it's a shame because it's like we were going in a good direction in 3, and then it regresses back more towards 2 and 1 in the fourth movie, and I'm just like I'm kind of sad. Yeah. But.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird. Like I like the fact that this movie is just fucking bad at fact that I like this movie that it's bad, right? I don't like that fact that this movie's good. I like that it's bad.
God, dude, this is
it's so bad it's good.
It's so odd, dude. But yeah, I mean, I'm you know what? I'm leaving it at that. Honestly, I'm just done. I'm done with this.
All right. Well, there was a good video. There was a good video for us to talk about Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm so glad we spent like 50, 60 minutes talking about Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
God.
Hey, but I think I actually need this audio today so I can upload the Assassin's Creed Valhalla fucking discussion up.
I was just send you all the rest of the audio then, but that's that. I'm done.
No, just send me this audio. Just send me this audio. I only need this audio. No, don't send me all of it. I don't want to have so many audio.
You're gonna have it.
I just. No, please. I actually don't need all these audio files.
I'm gonna do it.
I actually just need Mythica 4 audio file.
No, do it.
No, you fiend. Oh God. Okay, all right. Yeah. Right, I guess that's all we have to say. I made much more work for myself for no fucking reason, just because I want to talk about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because I brought up Assassin's Creed Valhalla for no fucking reason.
I'm just gonna go back to watching the third movie and hope for better days.
Hey, remember, in the next video, we're gonna talk about Mythica 5, right?
God.
As we hold the door.
God, okay. All right.
That's the foreshadowing. That's how we foreshadow the next movie.
Sure. That's how we do foreshadowing.
All right. I think that's it. All right. Thanks for listening. Okay, thanks. Bye. Oh, by the way, coronavirus is still a thing. Wash your hands. Okay, thanks. Bye. Again.